My name is Mohit, and I'm working as a product owner with CA MOI. And today I'm going to help you understand what we have done in our last release, that is 2002. And so to understand that, I just want to give you an overview what exactly CA is offering as of now with CA Digital Operational Intelligence and CA Mainframe Operational Intelligence, which comes under our CA Operational Intelligence, which is an enterprise-wide operational intelligence. So in this particular presentation, we are going to cover about the Mainframe Operational Intelligence, but why I am talking about the CA Digital Operational Intelligence, because this is what we have enabled using the insights sharing. That's why I need to set up the context why CA Digital Operational Intelligence integration has been done with CA Mainframe Operational Intelligence. So in the last release, that is 2001, what we have done, as you know that CA Mainframe Operational Intelligence as of now takes the metric data from SysView, Netmaster, Vantage, and DB2 detector, and then after taking those time series data, it applies machine learning algorithms on top of it to generate or find an anomaly condition and generate relevant alarms. Now, those relevant alarms that are generated were actually reduced a lot of data that was fed into the Mainframe Operational Intelligence, and the insights have been generated. So those alarms we call as insights. So in our release 2001, which went in December, so we have integrated the Splunk. So what used to happen if you have already invested on Splunk as a distributed operational intelligence software, and you want to leverage the mainframe insights gathered through the MOI to have an enterprise-wide visibility. So the MOI has a capability or a built-in connector to Splunk, and it can stream all the analytics or all the insights that it has derived from the data, and you can directly put it into the Splunk. Why this has been done? Because Splunk, if you actually start streaming entire data of the mainframe to the Splunk, it is going to be very costly affair. So we have reduced that cost because whatever insights have been generated to MOI, that will be sent directly to the Splunk. Now, what is happening? But in our because we already have a kind of competitor to Splunk that is called CA Digital Operational Intelligence at the distributed side. So during our customer validation, we figured it out that there are customers who are not using Splunk, but they are using DOI, and there has to be an integration. So what we have done, all the insights that we were earlier in the last release sending to the Splunk, we have also started sending it to CA Digital Operational Intelligence. So this is what we have done in the insight sharing, that we have extended the Splunk integration. Now we have a new integration that is called the integration with CA Digital Operational Intelligence. So why this has been done? This has been done to get end-to-end enterprise-wide visibility, because there is one harsh reality that the mainframe and the distributed both cannot be separated. So there are applications which maybe have an interface like a web interface or a mobile interface running on a distributed side, but ultimately the transactions or the main business transactions end at the mainframe. So that was the reason when we during our customer validation, there were a lot of problems that we uncovered, that when a problem or an application which spans across basically we say mobile, or say we can say cloud to mainframe. So in those scenarios, if you have two separate solutions, finding out a root cause, it's a painful task. So during the validation, we figured out that this is a painful task, and that's why we started integrating with Splunk and later with the DOI, which is a Digital Operational Intelligence offering from CA. So to understand this scenario, so what we have done is we have created one kind of a use case. So suppose if we are doing any transaction or e-commerce transaction, In general, what happens, the transaction starts on a mobile, which is on a distributed side, and it ends, or maybe it ends on a mainframe side. So now we'll take a hypothetical scenario where a payment, when a user is trying to make a payment and the response getting slow. So from this point onward, how L1 operator or how the IT operation guys is going to handle this situation. This is a journey that we are going to talk about. That is issue resolution journey. So there are 4 phases in this journey. So we have listed, like, to encounter, first of all, that there is a problem, then identify phase, then engagement phase, and then final is exit and reflect phase. And these are some of the legends where the IT ops guy is happy, or he's frustrated, or he's a neutral. So what we'll consider that because it's a mobile application, that means there are web analytics that are getting collected, which tells how the application or app is performing. So as soon as the app is not performing well up to the mark, or so what is going to happen? An alert will be generated in the web analytics side. So web analytic could be maybe a Google Analytic, maybe a mixed panel, or maybe from a CA solution that is called Application Experience Analytics. So once that alert is generated, at this time it's a happy path, because it is going to show you alert properly. But what is going to happen? The identification then starts the identification phase. Now, first of all, because this is the web analytics side is handled by the distributed folks. Now they are going to identify whether this particular application spans across the mainframe, or is it going to end on the distributed side as well only. So what is going to happen in identification phase, because there is no clear visibility across enterprise because they are having separate solutions. So there is a little bit pain point in identification whether this application spans across the mainframe or not. Once that phase is over, it enters into the engagement phase. So suppose this application ends at the mainframe side. Now this is a more painful phase of engagement, because now you need to convince this is a mainframe folks stating that this seems to be a problem at the mainframe side. So can you please look into that? Sometimes you raise the service tickets to get it resolved within the company. These things happen. And that's why it's a painful area. And finally, once that problem is identified and it is solved, and again, it's a happy path that you exit and then reflect back what is the problem, update your knowledge base, stating that how to solve these problems in the future. So what we have done when we were analyzing this entire journey, we found that there are 2 interesting phases, that is identify and engage phase, where we are going to put our focus, because this is the most painful area. And in that also, we have figured out only on a couple of areas, not on all. So we started with that we found that there is a problem that there is no visibility across enterprise. That means we don't have a single view of both mainframe and distributed alerts. And switching between multiple interfaces to identify the root cause is also taking time, and the collaboration itself is also a pain point. So we focused only on these areas in our last release. So we came up that instead of having these 2 phases, we need to come up with a phase called single pane of glass. And it is going to do. It is not going to completely remove the manual coordination or the pain point, but it is going to lessen that load. And now what is going to happen if you are having a digital operational intelligence setup or a Splunk setup in your organization, and your application spans across mobile or a cloud to mainframe, you can see the alerts in a single pane, that is at the Splunk or the digital operation intelligence. And using, because I can talk about the digital operation intelligence, we do have very strong machine learning algorithms which can correlate both mainframe as well as distributed alerts and find out the root cause of that alert, so that it will significantly reduce the identification phase. So this is what we have done in our current release. So going forward, we have a kind of a vision that instead of earlier, if you see here, it was encounter. So it is kind of a reactive approach. So we are thinking that how can we even move into a prediction where we will be predicting those alerts. So depending upon the data that we are getting collected for the web analytics, we are going to use our machine learning investment and to figure it out how can we basically predict that this is going to happen rather than having a reactive approach. So this is the overall issue resolution journey and what we have done. So now I'll basically move to a demo. So, this is the interface of one of the CA product that is Digital Operation Intelligence, and we have Mainframe Operation Intelligence. So what I'm going to show here is, suppose I am a IT operation guy who is going to monitor an application which is spanning from cloud to mainframe. So what I can do, I can go in alarms and I can see all the alarms that are being generated. So what is going to happen here? So we can see here that it is showing that there is a service called payment. So this payment service has multiple alarms, but this is the root cause of that problem. So here it shows that KICS region and DB2 alarms were fed in from the mainframe, and there is an application called Acme, which is a fictitious application that we are using in this use case, is a root cause of the problem. Because this sign actually shows the root cause, which was done by the digital operation machine learning algorithms. So once you fed in all the data from the mainframe operation intelligence, it is going to be correlated with the distributed operation intelligence, and a root cause will be identified using machine learning. And if a user wants to drill down on a particular, say a particular alert, and you want to see that this alert is coming from the MOI because it is mainframe related stuff, and I'm in the distributed UI, how can I see what is the problem? At least at the high level, he can click on the alert URL, and it is going to land you to the mainframe operation intelligence and going to show you the same alert along with the green highway, which is going to show when the alert was generated and what were the conditions. So this way, at least we are going to reduce the pain point and reduce the triaging effort that is put in current environment.